Right, let's talk about London. Why did I point there? Right, okay, anyway, on to the subject. Right, anyway, London. London is my home. I've lived here since September. I go to university here. It's an absolutely great place to live. It's a bit different to where I come from. I come from Newcastle. Northerners will know, if they've been here, that there is a lot of very unsubtle differences in culture. They may be in the same country, but they may as well be in different continents, London and Newcastle. Since living here, I've learnt a lot. I've learnt the rules of London, if you will, the unwritten rules, things which you will have to learn as a northerner if you want to survive here. I've picked out my favourite few, so enjoy giving it a watch, and yeah, thank you. Right, firstly, I'm a student, so let's address the most important issue. That being the price of alcohol down here. What the fuck? Right, you can kiss goodbye to your 3 Jaeger bombs for a fiver and Wetherspoons. You can kiss goodbye to your £2.9 pint of Fosters, also in Wetherspoons. You can kiss goodbye to all that, your 3 trebles for a fiver, all that business, because it is ridiculous down here for a drink.
In London, they don't want to tell you about any of the sights or tourist attractions. They don't want to talk about any shows they've seen. They just say, guess how much? Guess how much we paid for 2 drinks? Have a guess? 2 drinks, guess how much?
Now, Freshers Week, you know, you're meant to go out lots and socialise. I went out in London, walked into the bar, and the barman, how much for a bottle of Budweiser, mate? £5.30. So you know what I did? Right back around, straight out the door, fuck that. Now, this is just something you're going to have to get used to. London is a very pricey place to live anyway, but plan ahead, drink loads before you go out, because unless you want to be broke as fuck or you're rich, you're not really going to be able to afford a proper piss up. Right, the tube. The tube is no metro. The tube is no northeast public transport. It's nothing fucking like it. One thing you got to understand about the tube is they'll lock you up if you dare look at another person. There's no hello, how are you doing, you alright? Don't look at anyone, because if you look at anyone, they'll assume you got something wrong with you. Treat it like you treat an elevator, because if you do otherwise, honestly, you won't last long.
Fancy London, the capital and that? Oh yeah, like coming down here. Who's from London, gives a cheer? Quite a few. That was probably the longest conversation you've ever had with a stranger, I imagine. They just don't like chatting, do they? I was at Euston the other week. There was a fella reading a book. I'd seen this book in W.H. Smith. I quite fancied it. So I wandered over. I went, all right, mate, is that book any good? Because I've been thinking about getting it. Now, in Manchester, that wouldn't be a weird thing to do, OK? I mean, it'd be weird if a bloke was reading, you know, like, in public, you know. But I went over, I was like, is that any good, that book? He looked at me like I'd gone, all right, mate, can I have a little tickle of your bollocks? Is that all right? What?
I'm not actually completely sure what would happen if you did talk to a stranger on the tube. I'm yet to test this theory. But if you want to try it out, feel free to let me know how it goes. I'd assume not very well. Right, fourthly, now I'm not saying everyone in London is a horrible person. I have met a lot of nice people in London. However, you will have to get used to occasionally meeting very snobby people that think the North still looks like this. Obviously it's not like this anymore, but some Londoners don't seem to understand that we Northerners have also evolved with time, and we also have technology. We do have internet, we have computers and cars and that, so you'll have to become accustomed to this snobbiness.
You see, the Northerner is trusting and loyal, like a gun dog, but when riled, become mistrustful and easily confused, like a sort of angry hen.
Now, you must also learn their tongue. Out is any, nout is none, tar is thanks, mint is good, tea is supper, dinner is lunch, a barn cake is a sort of bap is a tit, and a tit is a tit. Now, the Northerner is a friendly sort by nature, but will become irascible if they feel taunted. So until you have ascertained their level, it's very important to pretend to be one of their own.
All right, Arcade, we take us down Whittington for a quid.
JP, is he a cabbie?
They're all cabbies in the North, Giles.
Some people might even treat you like you're just a bit of a scruff because of where you come from. And of course this, again, isn't true. It's not like I put this shirt on just so I can look a bit better while I'm making this video. And it's not like I'm not wearing any pants underneath this camera. 1 second, someone's at my door. In all seriousness though, we're not all scruffs. We didn't all have a kid when we were 15 and we haven't all been on the Jeremy Kyle show. But there are certain people out there, minorities, that don't really help our cause in this case.
How did you meet Lindsay?
Big market in Newcastle. Just a night out with me friends, got too drunk and woke up with a stinker.
Got too drunk and woke up with a what?
Stinker.
What, Lindsay?
Why?
It's a bit harsh.
It's the truth.
Another thing you might have to become accustomed to is the music. Now, typically if you go out in the north, they just throw on a few of the classics, some nice house stuff, you know. Might remix an old song like, you know, like R. Kelly or something like that, chuck it with a bit of drum bass. Everyone has a great time, everyone can have a little sing-along. Different kettle of fish down in London. Those of you that aren't familiar with grime, I can't help you in this case, I can't translate either, but have a little listen to this. Or this. Don't ask for my help on this, I don't know what any of that means either, it's a bit tricky to understand. A brave man might try and translate, but don't try and sing along, don't try and learn it because you'll probably end up looking like a dick. Just bob your head, have a little dance, pretend you know what's going on, and that's the best advice I can offer you. Thanks for watching anyway, wish me luck with my future endeavours in London. I've finally settled in, I understand how everything works. I hope the same thing happens for all you guys living down here. Yeah, cheers!